Okay, I need to know whether this
11:43 a.m.
is going to work.
Mail. Calendar. Monday. The app switcher. Mail. Mixer.
Oh, wrong.
Mixer.
Why'd I open that? Open YouTube.
Loading videos. Button. Music app. Your account. Search. Your account. Button. Your channel. YouTube Premium. Close. Button. Account. My channel. Button.
Come on.
Zachary. Uploads. Undead Assault. Zachary Blunt. Uploads. Undead Assault. Zachary Blunt. Live. Zachary Blunt. Button.
That's
Undead Assault long gameplay. 7 views. 1 week ago. 1 hour. 20. Undead Assault. Zachary Blunt.
not right. I have to change the title.
Video player. Video is loading. Heading.
Well, it's working, so...
Collapse video. Button. Cap set.
But I will have to change the title, which I will do in a moment. But for now... What is that open for? But for now, let me just start the music.
Dialog. What do you want to do? Xbox dashboard window. Recently used. Launch. NFL button. Press the main button for more options. Button. Press the Y button to search. 306.
I wanna see the light. See the light. I wanna see the light.
What is up, people? Yes, it's another stream, and today it's going to be something very different. Yes, we are, you won't be able to see it because it's like across to the left, but today I thought I'd try streaming an Xbox game. I have a console right over there. I've got a Xbox One console sitting up on the shelf there, you can't see it, but
Notification from messages. Message from Puzzle Popcorn 10. Go to the guide to open.
and there it is! Chiming in just as it needs to. Let me just check that message.
Guide for Blind Fury 95 window. Guide tab. 5 of 8. Home. Communication tab. 1 new. 6 of 8. Chats. Button. 1 of 4. New chat. Button. 2 of message requests. Button. Messages from Xbox Live. Message requests. But new chat. Chats. Button. 1 of 4. Overlay 1. Window. 1 of 10. Chat with King Tekot. I chat with Blog 80. Chat with Ricky. Awesome. Chat with Puzzle Popcorn 10. Nice. Just now. 1 of 10.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Guide for blind viewer 95 window. Communication tab. 1 new 6 of 8. Chats button 1 of 4.
So let's let the music take you out. Sorry, I was a bit late there.
Guide tab 5 of 8. Home button 1 of 4.
I love that song, and it's always going to take me into the streams. I think it's always going to be there, like to start the streams. Let me I'm just finding my end song. Let me just. There we go, that's got it. Okay, so, what are we playing today? Well, I thought, because it's an Xbox stream, I thought we would play Madden NFL 20, which is a football game, but it has accessibility features, and we might even play some Crackdown if we're lucky. If I can, you know, wanting to spawn and shoot shit, you know, Crackdown's pretty good for that, but I'm stuck on the rooftop and I can't get down, so but anyway, yes, so we're going to play Madden NFL 20. It is an American football game released by EA Sports. They make that game, and they've done an excellent job, I must say. Bit of a shameless plug for them. So EA, if there's a representative that ever stumbles across this video, you guys are geniuses. They have implemented accessibility features, which I will show you. Which Liam Irvin, funnily enough, go visit his channel, Liam Irvin. He's a really cool guy. He's a gamer. He actually was the one that inspired me to start doing streams. So. He demonstrated the accessibility features in one of his videos, in one of his live streams. And that prompted me to buy the game, because I'm thinking, okay, I got to get more games so I can play them. So I did. And I also, if you're watching, Matt, as well, if you're watching, which I don't know if you are, but if you are, we should definitely have a game of Crackdown sometime, if we can, because, yeah. But, because I don't have the online mode for Madden NFL, sorry, that was just my phone. I don't have the online mode for Madden 20 working at this current time because it won't let me implement my friggin' account details. But whatever, I still play the exhibition mode, which is good enough for me. You know, that's all I really need it to do. So, enough talk. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I'm facing away from the mic a little bit because the controller is connected to the Xbox, and this is as far as the cord goes. So until I get new batteries, there's not much I can do about it. So without further ado, let's launch the game by pressing A on the game icon.
Navigation. My games. Launch. Mortal Kombat Trademark 11. Press the menu button for more. Recently used. Launch. Mortal Kombat Trademark 11. Launch. Microsoft Edge. Press the menu button. Launch. Madden NFL 20. Press the menu button for more options. Button. Press the Y button to search. 306.
A on that. And the game will start in a bit. Console games do take a while to load, but it's not a problem. I mean, you know. As well, let me just check the stream is working. I need to just make sure
12:01 p.m. One notification.
that that's
Low power
working.
mode turn unlocked. Monday, the 30th, 87% battery power. Charging.
Oh yeah, my battery's charged on my
YouTube.
phone.
Video player. Heading. Pre-play button.
Well, it's working, so...
Preview pause button.
Oops, hang on a minute.
Video player. Collapse video button. Undead assault. Zach Black close button.
Just while the,
Zachary upload. Undead assault. Zachary Blum. Button. Video player. Heading. Close button.
Just while the,
Zachary upload. Collapse video button.
Okay, it's still working, that's good.
Undead assault. Pause button. Close button. Close.
Go away.
Back button.
Right. So we're still waiting on Madden to load. Let me just check to make sure I haven't lost connection. No, it's still there. Okay, so why is this not working then? Oh, what? No, that shouldn't. What is this? Get out of that. Let me, I'm gonna restream my Xbox. Something's wrong. There we go.
Notification from system.
Sorry about that. I don't know what went wrong there. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea what the hell went wrong with that, but it seems to be okay now.
Entering, attention pop-up view. Entering main menu screen Superstar X Factors.
Yes, the game has speech. Let's turn that up a little bit more, because now it's gone quiet. So, if I move through the menu with left and right arrow key, left and right D-pad buttons. Hold on.
Yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new
Exhibit, Superstar X Factors.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, something's going wrong. I don't know what's wrong.
Exhibition,
So yes, if I move,
Superstar X Factors.
as you can see, if I move to the left and right, up and down doesn't do anything yet, because there's nothing, it's a side-scrolling menu. So if I moved from the left to the right, at the top we've got Superstar X Factors, just in case you can't understand the speech, because it is kind of robotic, but hey, it's talking, so I'm not going to complain.
Exhibition,
Exhibition, this is where you would go to play a game that you set up on your own terms.
Face of the Franchise.
Face of the Franchise, I haven't played with that, I don't know if it's usable.
Ultimate Team.
Ultimate Team, you can go and design, I think you can design your own team. Again, don't think it's very accessible. I think Franchise mode is actually the story mode, so...
Franchise.
Oh, there's Franchise. There's Franchise. So that's like story mode.
Superstar Co.
Superstar Co-op, I think that's like a online thing.
Customize.
Customize. You can customize your players, I think. I don't bother with any of this stuff, I just, yeah.
Messenger.
Messenger, that will only work if you're signed in, which I'm not because it's having problems.
Accessibility.
Accessibility, that's where you'd go to turn on the speech, but I'm not going to mess with that because I don't want to accidentally screw something up. And that's the last item, so we'll go all the way back up to Superstar X Factors.
Face of the Franchise. Exhibition. Superstar X Factors.
There it is. And we'll go one to the right for Exhibition.
Exhibition.
Press A.
Exhibition pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Play now is selected.
Okay, now it changes to a vertical scrolling menu. So we've got play now.
Online head-to-head.
Online head-to-head, you can play with other people online. But again, only works if you're signed in.
Pro Bowl.
Cobol? I don't know what that is.
Skills trainer.
Skills trainer? That's like the training mode.
Practice.
Practice, that's a practicing thing.
Play now.
And play now. I hope I don't get copyright for this. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the music because I think I'm gonna get copyright struck for this shit.
Face of the exhibition.
Just give me a sec.
Ultimate Team. Franchise. Superstar Co. Customize. Messenger. Accessibility. Entering settings screen. VoIP window option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to on. VoIP window off. Subtitles option is set. Enlarge on-field graphics off. Controller vibration option is. Color blindness option is set. Brightness option is set to. Contrast option is set to. VoIP to text menu fade option. VoIP to text menu caster volume set. Audio mix option is set to broadcast. In-game commentary set to 100. Stadium speaker set to 100. Crowd volume set to 1. On the field set to 1. Music set to 29. Set to 22.
I'm just gonna turn it off.
Set to 4. Set to 0.
Because I really don't want to get copyright strike for this.
Entering main menu screen accessibility.
There we go. Oh god. I forgot about that.
Super French.
I can turn it back on when I'm playing
exhibition.
on my own.
Superstar X Factors.
So let's go back into exhibition.
Exhibition pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Play now is selected.
We'll go play now.
Entering team select screen. The New England Patriots, the home team, are selected. So
that's the team you'll be playing as. So I was playing yesterday when I streamed this on Mixer. I was playing yesterday as the New England Patriots, which are the home team. But I think
Oakland Raiders selected.
I'm going to
Los
play
Angeles Rams selected. Baltimore Ravens selected. Washington Redskins selected.
I'm going to play as the Redskins.
Ready.
And I think I'll set the
Edit uniforms submenu. Advanced settings submenu. Play call option. Skill level option is set to view Superstar X Factor. Ready. Edit uniforms submenu.
Hang on. Go back.
New Orleans Saints selected. Washington Redskins selected.
Where's the... Wait.
Edit uniforms submenu. Ready.
No, I have to click on ready. Because then it brings up another screen. Okay, here we go.
Entering game settings screen.
Sorry
you have
about that.
9 options. Game style option is set to arcade is selected.
We want to set that to arcade, that's fine.
Event type option is set to exhibition.
Exhibition event type, yep.
Even teams option is set to off.
Yeah.
Quarter length option is set to 6 minutes.
Let's set the quarter length option to...
Quarter length option is set. Quarter length option is set to 10 minutes.
No, let's go...
Quarter length up.
Sorry, there is a lag.
Quarter length option is set to 12 minutes. Quarter length option is set to 14 minutes. Quarter length option is set to 15 minutes. Quarter length option is set to 1 minute. Quarter length option is set to 15 minutes.
Okay, it only goes up to 15 minutes per quarter, so that's alright.
Accelerated clock option is set to on. Accelerated clock option is set to off.
We want to turn that off.
Play clock remaining option is set to 25 seconds.
Play clock remaining.
Stadium
fine.
option is set to Redskins.
That's fine.
Time option is set to 4:15 p.m.
Let's see. What time is it now? 12:11 p.m. So
Time option is set to 1:00 p.m. Time option is set to 8:15 p.m.
okay, it won't let
Time
me.
option is set to 1:00 p.m. Time option is set to 4:15 p.m.
Oh, whatever.
Weather option is set to partly cloudy. Weather option is set to overcast. Weather option is set to clear.
I don't think this matters. This is more just visual stuff, but. Alright, let's press A. And the game is loading. Now, because I got the music turned off, you will be greeted with a bit of silence while the game loads, but once that's done, we'll be in the game proper. Now, I don't know how I'm going to go, because I've got a bit of lag here with the controller and the Xbox app interfacing.
Guide for Blind Fury 95 window. Guide tab. 5 of 8. Home. Button. 1 of 1.
20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins.
I don't know
With
what
that,
happened
let's
there.
get
It
up
went
to
to my
FedEx
guy.
Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins.
I'm going to be sitting away from the mic, so I won't be saying much,
Before we kick, partner,
just so the controller cord doesn't come out.
On the defensive side of the ball for both teams, and the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it's just
Oh yeah, I'm not very good at this game either.
You're giving up yardage.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
What we got?
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
Case Keenum won't overwhelm you with his athleticism, won't wow you with his arm, but somehow, when he's on the field and he's in charge, the ball gets moved by his offensive teammates.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry now for Thompson. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And always going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run with Thompson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to play right there.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah.
Notification from social. A Black Harper online. Go to the guide to open.
Told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Keenum on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The big Tank Carradine with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To Thompson on the draw. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Washington!
Touchdown!
31 yards.
Shit, yeah!
They're able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
I don't know what to do with that. I have no idea.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Drake. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only get...
It should be worth noting.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
It should be worth noting that, yeah, I'm not very good at this game. For that matter, I'm not really good at any game except for Mortal Kombat. And even that, even that I'm not too good at. So, yes. So, alright, let's continue.
1 yard, there was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check tight.
Fitzpatrick. That Stills bringing it in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Kenny Stills. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
I've never had that happen before.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Take it at the 37.
Here we go.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Miami's offense takes the field again. You think about their 2019 season, it might be the rare overachieving 5-11 label that you give them. You look at it, everybody...
How do you overachieve at 5-11?
Because look at what they were dealing with, and then they kind of cleared the cupboard, but ended up getting 5 wins, including the one that kept New England from getting a first-round bye in Week 17.
I like the case you just made. You brought me over to the other side on that. Actually, I was just busting your chops. I'm absolutely with you on that. That is an overachieving 5-11 team. If you looked at that roster at the beginning of the season and even throughout and said to yourself, where are the wins coming from? You might have gotten to 3 if you stretched it. I give Brian Flores and his staff a ton of credit for continuing to compete, and now I'm eager to see what they do with the number 5 pick in the NFL draft. Is it going to be a quarterback? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick did it again with Fitzmagic down the stretch beating New England. Do you bring in a guy that you can groom and let Fitzpatrick continue to be your QB?
Well, to the point about this is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and it's accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah!
And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That's my team, people. The Washington Redskins. We just scored.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point.
Don't know how. I'm no good at this game, so, you know.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you have some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Back out now comes Washington's offense, and if you do a dive into the 2019 season, you know that things just not so rosy in the nation's capital football-wise for the Redskins. 3-13. Jay Gruden let go back in the middle of the season, but now a new man in charge, Ron Rivera. What did you think of the hire?
I thought it was a spectacular hire for Washington because, to me, Ron Rivera would have been the leading candidate in Washington, in Dallas. Okay, I mean, you know, in Cleveland, wherever there was an opening, save Carolina, where he just got let go, to me, he was the top candidate. A professional who played in the league, so he'll be respected that way. He'll be respected as a head coach who took his team to a Super Bowl. First thing he did, got rid of the ping pong tables in the locker room. New man in town, new discipline in town, but I really think it was a home run hire for Washington.
And I'm with you, but isn't it interesting how these coaches can be recycled? Carolina apparently said, hey, he's not good enough for us anymore, but other places, they would love to have him.
And I think a lot of that has to do with whoever owns the team or if there's a new person making decisions above the head coach. Because if that person had hired Ron Rivera, might have stuck with him through a small downtime and knew he had a great coach. But oftentimes when you're the owner and it's your first hire, you really want to hire someone yourself. And when there's an opportunity, you take it. And that's why Ron Rivera is no longer in Carolina.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, Thompson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Yeah.
Chris Thompson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Okay, still having trouble with the kickoff, but
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. Allen on the ground. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Fitzpatrick now. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Yeah! Oh, that's a Dolphins.
There to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
I take back my
traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah!
Adrian Peterson, 70 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start the drive with Peterson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tank Carradine able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, and it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down gain of 19. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Drake. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Bilal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Josh Doxson and company heading back onto the field now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. They'll run with Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down in defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And some room to maneuver. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Chris Thompson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a draw play with Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, do it bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Drake. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of the nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Matt Hawk now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
They run it here with Thompson, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Okay, so I'm a bit confused about the vibrations. So I realise that it vibrates to cue you into to certain things, but what I don't know is what button to push. Oh, hang on.
On 1st and 10.
See, it's vibrating now, and I have no idea
looking long for his
what I'm doing.
It got his man complete.
Yes!
He will finally be taken out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Redskins.
Was a fluke. I had no idea what I was doing.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the shot. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Running, it's Drake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick, his throw incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You don't want this.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
On the give, this is Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low, but his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurtled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. Decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Keenum. Down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He goes underneath to Drake. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing Fitzpatrick, going deep here for Parker, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now we look at Josh Doxson. 2nd quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, often run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that.
Get it in there!
I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. It's a first down for the
Redskins. You dickhead.
11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This is Thompson.
Grab him! Grab him! Get in!
Sheds another. And some space here. He's at the 30.
Go!
10.
Go! Yes!
Washington. Chris Thompson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
Yeah!
As his guys continue to pour it on. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he hits Drake. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Fitzpatrick to throw it.
Get it in, get it in.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. They're able to locate Wilson. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
I missed it.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, it's Thompson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Geis, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Doesn't matter.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Out of bounds again.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Fitzpatrick. He's got Allen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Let's get the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Right back to Drake. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. That's Stills bringing it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins' 14. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out now come the Redskins.
Notification from system. Online for 2 hours. Remember to take a break.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check back, check back.
Peterson. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Peterson. AP still got it. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. He runs, he runs, he runs.
Oh wait, I would just do it to play.
Entering, pause screen, resume.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
I wonder if I can check the scores.
Entering, pause screen, instant replay. Highlights. Instant resume. Call timeout, resume. Call timeout. Superstar X Factor. Game stats. Super Sim. Game stats.
Game stats, I think.
Entering statistics screen team stats. Total offense home 561 away 256. Rushing yards home 566 away 58. Passing yards home 5 away 100. First downs home 18 away 12. PR yards home 54 away 5. KR yards home 114 away 21. Total yards home 729 away 282.
Oh, wow.
Turnovers home 0 plus 1 away 1 minus 1.
Don't even ask me what all this means. I have no idea.
Third down CONV home 4 to 6 66% away 6 to 16 37%. Fourth down CONV home 0. 2 point CONV home 0 to 10% away 0. Red zone percent home 3 100% away 1 to 250%.
Anyway.
Entering pause screen resume.
And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
2 touchdowns in a row. Hell yeah.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd and 4.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Counter play, Dre, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they did them out themselves.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the red.
Damn, son, where'd you get all that?
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Drake. And they'll bring him back.
Oh, he got taken down.
A gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Damn, son, how'd you do that?
Run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards.
Damn, boy, how'd you pull that off?
That's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of
because they stop him.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he'll take this into the end zone.
Go!
A 9-yard touchdown run. And it's for pride now, but the Dolphins get a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Redskins have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. We finally scored. Can't even kick the extra point.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown.
Boom!
Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
How did he stay? He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, an even 90 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you're a great tackler, you had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Dustin Hopkins, the kickoff for Washington.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more. The cherry on top, maybe, as this game goes forward. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
Now a run with Geis. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Nice move there by Darius Geis, and he got on my radar in 2016 when he was filling in a lot for Leonard Fournette because he had ankle issues at LSU. And the first time I saw him play, over 200 yards on the ground, a lot of long runs, but he also broke a lot of tackles as well. That's why people had him on their radar for this draft and think that he can be a featured runner, and Washington's counting on it.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the door.
You should have kept on running.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space.
You had that. You could have just run it down to the... you only had 10 yards.
Breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard.
Yeah, we do.
The guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Fitzpatrick. Caught by Allen. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back for pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, Peterson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. Just bowling over tacklers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys continue to pour it on. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Dustin
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kicker as the ball goes out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Let's go.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So there's no reason to lighten up now. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Here's Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and it's second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now a draw play with Drake. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at the potential touchdown.
Uh-oh.
Fitzpatrick's pass complete to Devontae Parker. Touchdown, Miami.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Oh.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. Fights through, and now a crease. And there he goes again. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Again.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. On first down, Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hard work.
I think the Redskins won.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Post-game report, player stats. Score summary. Player stats. Restart game. Finish game.
I think that'll do it.
Entering team select screen. The New England Patriots, the home team, are selected. Entering main menu screen. Superstar X Factors.
Horizontal system action home button 1 of 1. Xbox dash resume, launch, Madden NFL 20, press the menu button for more options, Madden NFL 20 window, add to a group, go to official, manage game, quit, button, 506. Xbox dashboard window, resume, launch, Madden NFL 20, press the menu button for more options, button, press the 1 button to search, 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Dialog, stop streaming, button, 4 of 4. Turn off console, button, 1 of 4.
That should stop it automatically. Well, anyways, folks, that'll do it for the stream. Thanks for watching. I know it was a long stream, and I know we said we were going to do like Crackdown and something like that, but quite frankly, I've been going way too long. So, thanks for joining us. I've been Zach Blunt, and I will continue to be so until I die. Thank you.
But I still believe in love. In a similar way, I feel I'm losing my conscience. Traveling for days without my knowledge of provenance. You are my life, you caught me a renegade. Through all my lows, you said we could start again, but I'm a renegade of your love. But I'm a renegade of your love. I'm a renegade of your love.
Been on the streets a few months. I'm trying to pick myself up. I may be living alone, but I still believe in love. And all